Greetings everyone, Hooves of Doom here, with another Warhammer topic of the week. And this is the response to Vince Venturella's video, which I will post down below. And the topic of this week is Games Workshop and communication. And it's kind of the reason why is because Warhammer TV is asking for ideas to do an advent calendar with painting tutorials and things like that. And GW, in some sense, since Age of Sigmar, seems to be making some moves to interact more with the community than they've done probably in the last number of years. And you know, I think most of us would be pretty happy with that. I think, you know, a lot of people kind of perceive them as being, what they're doing is a little bit mysterious at times, that they don't often communicate that well. So, you know, I wrote to Games Workshop, to Warhammer TV at least, in response, and you know, I really actually appreciate their videos on their YouTube channel. I think they're really cool, and their painting tutorials are really helpful. I just painted a model with one of their tutorials this past week, and it looks really good. I'm really happy with it, and I think I'll probably be going through their other tutorials when it comes to like the Stormcast Eternals and a few of the other models that are probably on my workbench in the next month or two. So yeah, I mean, as a collector, I'm kind of on, there's a website called the Stuff of Legends, and it kind of goes into like a lot of the older models. It's something that's really difficult to have information on if you're trying to, if you come across like an older model and you're trying to figure out, what year was this made, what exactly is its purpose. That website's a very handy tool. And in the credits, they describe Games Workshop, who they've had some correspondence with, the quote, evil empire with human faces. And I think that that's kind of an interesting way to relate to what Games Workshop's doing. Like I said, watching those tutorials, it's difficult to, I feel like you could paint the most absolutely horrid, model in the world, but that guy in the video, he would still be happy and still be, he wouldn't think it's like, absolutely terrible, and he would certainly kind of encourage you to keep working on the models and producing good stuff. So I think a more personal face on the company. In some sense, they don't even have to do much in the way of like quality content with communication. They just need to appear a little bit less as, this huge kind of corporation that really doesn't care about anything or has no interest in what its customers actually want. A lot of people absolutely hate Games Workshop. I'm not in that camp. There's obviously things that Games Workshop could do that I would like, but I don't really have any particular malice towards the company. So yeah, I would prefer to see kind of a more personal engagement. Vince, you were saying about so some tutorials with the other people working at Games Workshop that work with the models and really work on the models that are in the codexes and things like that. And I think that would be really interesting to see. I would like to see maybe a little bit more on future releases. Maybe a little bit less than or a little bit more than, half a week out. But at the same time, I think that's largely on purpose. It certainly makes everything have, when a new release is about to come, everyone's on the rumor websites, and it kind of builds this kind of, everyone's really interested about what's going on and what's going to be coming out. I think they almost take it a bit too far. I mean, they could have some teasers, going forward, maybe a few more weeks or a month. Maybe, again, they don't need to talk about specific content. They just need to say, this month is the month of Tau or something like that. And so we all know, the next 3 or 4 weeks are these releases. And they, I don't know, maybe they could even work it into a way to make more money. I think the most infuriating thing is when you really want that brand new kit and you go to the website and like 10 minutes after it's released, it's already sold out. Like, I mean, if they had like a pre-release maybe earlier rather than just 1 week in advance, they might I don't know, maybe that's just impossible, but maybe they could kind of arrange it so that it's less likely that these products are going to get sold out so quickly. Of course, the products are often back on the website a month or two later. But yeah, I mean, a more personal outlook would just be kind of ideal. And like I said, it doesn't even need to have a particularly huge amount of extra content. They just need to have a little bit more. Because, I mean, the people that work at Games Workshop, the people that I've met, are like really, really nice. Sometimes when you go into their store and they're just constantly on you about what you're working on, and sometimes it's a little bit over the top. But I certainly don't get the impression that any of them that I've met, at least, are like particularly rude. Even the people that once worked at Games Workshop and now are doing their own thing or other jobs are just really great guys, and the ones that produce YouTube content are really fantastic. And yeah, so that's my response to the topic of the week. Have a good one.